Hey Leo, welcome to September 2019. Now here in September, you've balanced your checkbook, you've put a diet and exercise plan into place. Now what? Do what makes your heart soar. Then do it again. You're going to be very adult-like here in September because of the Virgo focus. We have many planets in Virgo, and it makes one very responsible and focused and back to work, getting back to business, and we can forget about having fun and living. So make sure after being an adult, you take time to play, you do what makes your heart soar, and then you do it again. There is an unexpected reward coming in September for you. Something that brings the kind of satisfaction that makes life worth living, makes life so worthwhile. And that's exciting. One thing to watch for is other people pulling you into their drama. No fix, save, and rescuing. Let everyone solve their own problems. Doesn't mean you can't be helpful, but it's very important that you don't take on the burdens of others. You have enough to deal with. And in the cycle of Virgo, it's very business orientated and responsibilities and, taking care of the details. And you don't need other people's problems. You want to take care of your own. So be aware of that. If you find that others are trying to get you to rescue them, that you allow them to work through that themselves. Doesn't mean you can't be a good listener. However, it's very important that you don't try to solve the problem for them. Encourage them, coach them that that you totally believe they have the power within them to solve it for themselves. And they do. And that is the initiation anyway, is that we all must rise to the occasion in our own self-mastery and solve the problems that appear in our lives that come up in front of us. Now, the sun will couple with Mars on the 2nd, and that will give you tremendous energy to get things done, work through any problems you're dealing with, issues, concerns, and if any kind of financial difficulty comes up or expense comes up, you'll certainly be able to handle it. And then the sun will couple with Mercury on the 3rd. Now this could be a day of illumination for you. So make sure you take time to meditate on this day so that you're listening and you're getting the cosmic downloads from the universe, from your mighty I am present, your higher self, as to what the universe wants to impart to you and guide you in your life and in the area of money and finances and what you love and value. Venus will oppose Neptune on the 4th. Be careful with this Neptunian energy. Don't get caught up in any kind of investment scheme or, fix, saving, and rescuing other people with your money. Be aware of that, because there could be other people trying to talk you out of your money. Because we're in the cycle now where planets in Virgo are moving past Neptune, and Neptune is opposing them. The Neptune is opposing Venus on the 4th, and then Neptune will oppose the Sun on the 10th, your ruling planet. So you want to pay attention to the schemes, the betrayals, the lies that will be fabricated in the media, in conversations, and it can come up anywhere. It can come up through the internet, all of the cyber attacks going on. Just pay attention to what's going on. Doesn't mean anybody's going to get away with anything. It just means they're going to try. Some of them are going to try. And it's always good to be, forewarned is forearmed. It makes us ready for what could possibly occur. And we must work with this Neptunian energy this month because of the Jupiter-Neptune, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But being in the Virgo cycle, planets must face off with Neptune. And for you, it's in your money houses. And the money you earn, the money that comes to you through insurance payout, royalty payout, inheritance payout, corporate money, royalty payouts, did I say that? And your partner's money. And so we want to be very awake in September and not get caught in any kind of confusion or foggy thinking or illusion. That's what Neptune brings. Isn't that so lovely? Not. And I mean, the good thing is that even though Neptune is whacking the Virgo planets, Saturn and Pluto are trining them. The Sun trines Saturn on the 6th. And that is, you know, the way out. So it's like Saturn will give you that reality check. So if something seems too good to be true, Saturn's going to be in your ear going, do your homework, check this out, make sure that this person is legitimate, make sure what they're offering you is real, and that way you're like protected. It's like this protection energy coming through Pluto and Saturn because they're trining harmonious energy flow with the Virgo planets. So we have strength in here with Virgo that we didn't have with the Gemini in June because Virgo is trining Saturn and Pluto. Sun trines Pluto on the 13th. That's strength. That's power. That's the ability to see through any game that people are playing. That's why I'm saying, you know, it doesn't matter what they try to do. They're not going to get away with anything. It's just you're going to just be like, oh, this is so annoying. I have work to do. And when I'm done with my work, I want to go play. I don't want to think about these things. Then we have the Pisces full moon on the 14th. And all of this is in there. And so we have the Sun in Virgo coupled with Mars, very strong. And we have the moon in Pisces coupled with Neptune. So they're in opposition. The Sun and Mars are directly opposing Neptune. And Mars is exact. And that is liars, deception. You know, it can be, you know, it can come through men, but it doesn't have to be. It just is a male energy. Mars rules men, male energy, but it can come through females. And, you know, directly opposing Neptune. And Jupiter is squaring Neptune. It goes exact on the 21st. It's the last Jupiter-Neptune square. The first one was January 13th. Then the second one was June 16th. I talked a lot about these in the June astrology forecast of the deception that will be playing, and a lot of hype in the media, a lot of lies and misrepresentation on the internet. It's really it's very strong on the internet. And coming through the media, you know, what is truth, what is fact, where, you know, faith is based on misleading facts, and there's exaggeration about everything, and irrational exuberance where you can find yourself like really excited about something. And that's where you know you're in this energy. So if you are finding yourself with wishful thinking, you know, I wish that this would all change. I wish for this outcome. That's when you know you're in the wonderful world of Neptune and Jupiter. Because Jupiter is exaggeration. It is, you know, hope, but not based on truth or reality. It's just based on wishful thinking, which can get you into so much trouble. You know, I hope this person will change, or I hope that this outcome will be this way. Well, hope is not a strategy. And it's almost a fantasy and a trick by the ego. So you want to be careful here, because this full moon is in your money houses. It's in the area of your partner's money and corporate money and insurance and tax money and inheritance and other people's resources. And it's got a T-square with it, with Jupiter in Sag, squaring, challenging Neptune, and challenging Mars and the Sun and the Moon. And so it's going to feel great. Like it's a great time for meditation. It's a great time for a vacation or a staycation. It's a great time for meditation. I'm looking for all these words with Asians. And so that's what it's for. It's great for creativity, creative projects, fabulous. It's not good for investments, trusting people, just assuming that things are going to work out, assuming everything's wonderful, believe in the hype. You know, it can also be a hoax, this energy. With this Mars Neptune, definitely a hoax, you know, where people are deliberately deceiving, deliberately lying, deliberately exaggerating. And we're going to see it in the media, and we're going to see it online. And so, again, it doesn't mean anyone's going to get away with anything, but you definitely want to keep your, you know, your financials sealed up, and maybe change your passwords on a few things. Just don't trust people. Make them earn your trust. Don't just assume they're good people. Don't just assume that they're honest, because we can't tell. I don't care how psychic you are. I get fooled all the time. How intuitive. We can be fooled. We can get caught up in the positivity, because this is a fun energy. And it's an energy, it makes you high without doing anything. And so you can feel really high and feel good, and oh, this is so promising, and what they're promising is fabulous, and then nothing comes of it. Or, you know, it was just a manipulation, it was a game. Now, Pluto is trining the Sun and sextile the Moon. So Pluto is the way out. Pluto is trining the Virgo Sun and sextiling the Pisces Moon. And Pluto will show you the games that people are playing. So all you have to do is ask, like tune into your higher self and ask the universe to show you what's really going on in any situation. So if you find yourself kind of confused about what this person's saying and that person's saying, or what's the truth, what's really going on, take a moment, breathe, and listen. And allow for the universe to give you the answers, because the universe will show you. And you can always tell through your gut. You know, the body is the messenger. Your gut instincts will be dead on, and your gut will tell you that it's not real, or that this person isn't telling you the whole truth, or something's missing here. And this is what I like about this Saturn-Pluto positioning in the astrology, and how they're working to keep you focused and effective, because this energy can also sidetrack you so that you're getting away from the work you need to be doing, what needs to get done. And of course, the devil is in the details, and life can feel consumed by details in this Virgo cycle. And so you don't want to be lost in translation. You want to be efficient and effective so that you get your work done, and then you can go do the things you want to be doing. Then Mercury enters Libra on the 14th. This is good. And Venus follows Libra on the 14th. And that's another thing too. At that Pisces full moon, that's where you could be finding that people are trying to give you their problems and wanting you to fix it and save them and rescue them. And so be aware of that if that comes up for some of you, that at the Pisces full moon, this is where other people could be trying to get you to do their job or pay their bills or whatever the drama is. And how are we going to learn if we don't rise to the occasion and learn how to solve our own problems? We never become adults if we don't. We stay as children. And that's not evolution. That's devolution. That's devolving. And so I love that Mercury goes into Libra right after the full moon on the 14th, and then Venus follows Mercury into Libra, which is excellent because she rules Libra, so that's going to make her happy. And so we have Mercury and Venus in Libra, and then Saturn stations direct on the 18th. And this is good too, because that's going to make Saturn so much more powerful in here now that he's moving forward and bringing all that grounding and reality that we need in here because of this Jupiter-Neptune, which goes exact on the 21st. And we want to be aware that that energy is going to be around for a little bit longer, even though the most intense part of it will be here in September, because when aspects are exactly interfacing, in this case it's a square, that's when they're the most intense. Once they start separating, then the energy starts to dissipate. But that's going to take a bit, because these are longer lasting transits, and it's going to take a while before Jupiter separates far enough where we're not still in the wishful thinking, irrational exuberance. I'm so excited about what? And very important to stay grounded. And that's why it's going to help having Saturn get stronger in here and ground us. Then the Sun enters Libra on the 23rd, and we have the fall equinox. Equal day, equal night. And fall in the northern hemisphere, spring in the southern hemisphere. And that's another power day. That's another day that's really good to be meditating and listening and setting your intention for what you want to create in this fall season or spring season, depending on where you live on the planet. And then we have the Libra new moon on the 28th. And this moon for you is in the area of communication, speaking, writing, teaching. And Libra is a wonderful energy for you because it's an air sign. And so it sextiles your planets in Leo. The air feeds the fire and the fire feeds the air. And so it is a time where you can get a tremendous amount of work done. You can accomplish a great deal in Libra when you are in the cycle of Libra. It helps you to focus and communicate effectively. And it's great because there's no Mercury retrograde. Mercury is on the move here in September. And then Chiron is opposing the moon, the new moon in Libra. So there could be, for you, there could be some challenge with communication or how you feel about something. Something that's starting here in late September going into October. There could be a challenge with you because there's something you have to change. Uranus is making the most tight aspect to this new moon. So there could be something that, has to do with work that you need to change, and, maybe you need to write a new proposal or reword something or fix something or change something. It will be unique for each one of you because you're all on your own path, but it does have to do with communication, speaking, writing, teaching, what you know. Chiron is in the area of what you know, and the new moon is in the area of your speaking abilities and thinking abilities. And so there could be some sort of conflict there. And then with Uranus, Uranus is saying you need to do something different. Uranus is giving you the insight into it, where whatever comes up for you at that time, it's a new beginning. You want to try an alternative method. Even though Saturn getting stronger is, stick to the tried and true, don't. Do something completely different. So whatever is coming up for you, try a new method, try a new approach, because that's what's going to fix the problem. If we keep trying to do it the old way, it's not going to fix the problem. I keep thinking that, that saying, Oh, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's kind of this message here. It's like, no, we all need to apply something new and different to what we're doing. And for you, it has to do with your destiny in the world, your profession in the world, your career, your resume, and it has to do with how you communicate. So there's something that needs to be changed and adjusted so that you are solving the issue or the problem and getting to the source of the issue and resolving what needs to be fixed. Now, the good news is Jupiter is exactly sextile Venus, the ruler of the new moon. And that's awesome because that can be protection and guidance. So, another message again, about really listening to your higher self, your mighty I am present, your inner being, listening to yourself as to what's the best strategy for you, what's the best solution for you, what's the best approach for you, and doing what's right for you and following through with what's going to work for you. So having Venus and Jupiter there is very good, and it's like this, it's just tapping into your creativity as well. Like there is a creative solution to whatever is presented here. And it's important that you take stock in what you truly love and value, because that's the next step in creating the new you. That's one of the messages in here for you this month, is as you move through this cycle of Virgo, is to really take stock in what truly makes you happy. What do you truly love and value at this place in your journey, at this place in your life? Because that's going to be the next step in creating the new you. So for those of you available for love, I'm not seeing like, whoa, love. However, at the Libra new moon, it does start to heat up. And so once Venus goes into Libra on the 14th, that's when things start to open up for you in that area. I think, for many of you single Leos, you're just so busy with work and getting things done and finishing what you need to get done. But then it starts to open up for you, the 14th on. And certainly in October will be a time for you to be open to that, because you do have Jupiter in that area of romance and true love and having fun and play, and it is in harmony with Venus, which could create the opportunity for someone new coming in. And that's for all single Leos. There's definitely someone new coming in here for you here at the end of September and October. So make sure you get your work done so that you have time to be with someone new and not be distracted by other people trying to pull you into their stuff, because you need your energy and time and space to be with someone new who could be very much making you happy. And, for those of you coupled, it's almost the same thing too, is that, you're very busy with work and maybe your partner is very busy with work. However, when Venus gets into Libra and Mercury is in there, it's time to start creating that space for each other, maybe a vacation together or a trip together, or just, quality time together at the Libra new moon and going forward into October. Can't believe I'm, talking about October already. And career looks good, like you're really busy, here in September, being the adult, getting everything done, being the responsible one. And, there could be some surprise with you that is opening up here in the area of your career and work here in September, particularly at the time of the Libra new moon. A new avenue opening up for you that is very exciting. A new method and approach to what you're doing in your career, which is awesome. Very exciting. And the money is very much highlighted here in September. And even if there is an expense that comes up, you'll absolutely be able to cover it. And you have a lot of support from the month. Most of the month you have, the sun there, you have Venus and Mercury there. So you do have a lot of support with attracting abundance and having your income be very healthy. So money is good. Health. How is your health? Is there something you need to adjust? If you're putting the diet and exercise into place, maybe that's just going to resolve everything. For some of you, it could be, a trip to the dentist or the chiropractor. Whatever it is, take good care of you. The good news is Saturn and Pluto are in harmonious aspect with the planets this month. So they are very supportive for you. So anything you need to do, you'll like the outcome, you'll get it resolved quickly, and it will work in your favor. So health is improving here in September, going into October. Spiritually, there's a lot of power days here. So make sure you're taking time to listen. The 3rd is a day to be listening and taking time to listen to the universe. The 14th at the full moon is another power day to be meditating and being very discerning on what's going on, what's being said. And the equinox on the 23rd is a power day, a wonderful day to set your intention for what you want to create here in the fall season or spring. And then, of course, the Libra new moon on the 28th. Set your intention for what you want to create in the next 30-day cycle until we get to the Scorpio new moon. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing my videos. Leo, you're rocking awesome. And thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And until next time, Leo, there is an unexpected reward coming your way. Something that brings the kind of satisfaction that makes life worthwhile. And that's exciting.